Welcome back, Pause Menu Society, Euphoric Interpretations. This is episode 4 of our Euphoria recap series. Make sure you guys tune in for these. The audio is out every Wednesday morning, and then the video is out every Friday morning. So 3 episodes in, we got the wedding, and my question is like, how do you top this after this? And episode 4 did not disappoint for me.
It did not.
Episode 4 just did
Yeah.
not disappoint. What are your thoughts? Just go ahead and start there.
It was crazy. It got
Yeah,
nutty.
yeah.
I feel like it was setting up for the next episode though.
Mhm.
But it did get it got a little crazy there. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing everyone kind of get together in a sense, like
Where
everyone's.
they were, like, at Lexi's?
Yeah,
Where
when
they
they
were
were at,
hanging
like,
out by the pool
Alexi's,
at
yeah, yeah,
Lexi's?
yeah, so, like, they're all
Yeah,
doing their
yeah.
own thing, but they all came together and just like, "Hey, I need drugs. Hey, I need a photographer. Hey," you know what I mean? Like, everyone's in their own thing, but they're all in one spot. It's crazy.
The girl with the fucking leaf blower,
Yeah, yeah.
was fucking hilarious. Just there was so much in this episode, and it gave us more context to what's going on.
Yeah,
Okay, so we start with Rue being interrogated. Um, she's a fucking disaster.
yeah.
Here's my thing as I'm watching this, I'm like, people need to know their rights. I understand it's the feds. She did way too much fucking talking.
Way too much.
I get it. You don't have an attorney. If you were a drug mule and you're working at a strip club where there's drugs being administered to the strippers and all this stuff, even if you don't have a great one, you should probably have an attorney on retainer.
Right.
All that money you're using to blow on whatever the fuck Rue was blowing it on,
Also, like,
probably.
Alamo would have helped her out for sure.
But at the point, see, if she had went to him beforehand, like, "Yo, there's some shit going on, obviously, so probably a good idea if I have some sort of an attorney or something like that." I just think that you have to be more proactive instead of reactive in that situation,
True.
because if you're not, then you end up, of course, in the situation that Rue was in, and I just think
Right.
that's absolutely insane. So, they're like, "Have you
Deny
ever been to
everything.
Mexico?" Yeah, but the
Always.
problem was she's like, it's like, "I don't know, maybe I've been to Mexico. It's, like, right there. I've been to the border." And then the guy pulls out the iPad and he's got the picture of her, and he's like, "Yeah, this is a pretty dangerous leader of a drug cartel. So, do you want to tell us again?" She's like, "Damn, so y'all can just flat out lie to me, but I can't lie to y'all." Yeah, Rue, I thought that anybody 17, 18 years or older knew that the government routinely lies to us. Actually, like
Yeah,
every day,
all the
and they get
time.
caught in lies all the fucking time.
Right.
So I just find it hard. Like, I don't know if she doesn't remember much of, like, civics and social studies in high school, or Rue was so high all the goddamn time, but you should know that the government is lying to you, and the FBI is an extension of the government, therefore, they are going to lie to you as well,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to any criminal activity. They're going to promise you, "Yeah, well, we can make it a lot lighter on you, we can get the sentence lighter, this, that, and the third." You're probably still gonna do the same amount of time.
Right.
You're probably still gonna do the same amount of
They
time.
can't guarantee
Um
nothing at all.
Exactly, they're like, We'll see what we can do," and then you go ahead and you be their fucking snitch and their CI, and you're like, "Wait, what about my deal?" And it's like, "Oh, we said we'd see what we could do. We never guaranteed that you were gonna get off for this."
Right.
And I think that's where she's going to find herself.
Yeah.
Um, so Rue is officially a CI, she's a confidential informant
Mhm.
for all intents and purposes. I think it's more about taking down Lori's organization. I'm not gonna say they don't care about Alamo, but, like,
Their
I don't
focus
know
seems to be on
the
Lori
lore.
for some
Yeah, because
reason.
strip clubs are everywhere in the
Right.
United States of America, and when you get out there, the further you go west, um, there's, like, the ranch where they found, what's my guy? Lamar Odom. Like, that's when you get outside of city limits in Las Vegas, prostitution is legal.
Right.
So I don't think they care about the girls running in and out of Alamo's place, Now,
Yeah.
do they care about dead girls showing up there? Sure, I would imagine that they do. Well, to a certain extent, because if it's I hate to be like this, but let's just tell the truth. If it's a white woman that goes missing and then they find her remains there, that's one thing. If a black girl or Hispanic girl goes missing and they find her remains there, It's not gonna be the same story as it was. Like, I think
Absolutely.
we're old enough to know that.
It's just the
So
cold hard truth. I mean, honestly, that's all it is.
it is 100%. Um, so they put this app on Rue's phone, which
Yeah.
is basically a
She's
phone tap,
bugged.
and
Yeah.
yeah, she's 100% bugged all the time. They have her themselves saved under her mom, and it's just like anytime your mom calls, you answer the phone. So it's like,
Right.
this is fucking crazy. I don't know how many episodes we get this season. We might have mentioned it before, but we're at
I
episode 4.
Yeah, I can only imagine like maybe 10 or 12 episodes, right?
Let's see. Let's see how many
Yeah.
what the season what the episode order is for this season because I'd like to know because um we don't have we don't have Ali yet. We don't have Rue's mother. I thought that what is the guy? The guy that told Jules that Rue wasn't Elliot.
Elliot,
Wasn't
I
that his
thought
name?
Elliot was in
Yeah.
it because that blonde guy at the party with,
Huh.
Maddie and Cassie, but it wasn't him. It ended up being a different dude, but I just saw, like, the blonde curly hair, with the dark
Yeah.
roots, and I was like, "That's gotta be Elliot," but it wasn't. I was really upset.
So we're only getting 8 episodes. So we're halfway
Oh,
through the season at
shit.
this point. Yeah.
Oh.
Wikipedia says series premiere April 12th, season premiere, I'm sorry, April 12th, 2026. Season finale May 31st of 2026. So we're officially halfway through the season. We haven't seen Ali, we haven't seen Rue's mother, and we
Mhm.
have not seen Elliot.
Do
We've
you
seen
think
a
we'll
fair amount
see
of
do you think we'll see Rue's mom towards the end? Like, my prediction is Rue is going to jail. She's going to prison, and her mom's gonna
I
show
mean,
up.
that would make sense. I don't know how we get to the point. Here's my thing. Is this it? Where do we go after this? Will it like I don't know how do you get to a season 4?
I don't think you
If Rue goes
can.
to prison, I just so it's like
I think this is, like, the finale. I think this is it.
and that's how it definitely feels to me.
Yeah.
So I just have a bunch of questions. I'm just like, how do we get here? Um, we're halfway through what could potentially be the final season.
Mhm.
However, they haven't said anything, but they also haven't said that it's been renewed for a season 4. So I don't know.
Right.
How do you get them to come? So their life has been so about this show, but they've all done other projects because the show took these big hiatuses. The first one, of course, because of the pandemic, but
Right.
we're talking like 5 years since season 1 to season 3.
Mhm.
So obviously, Angus, you know, transitioned, unfortunately. And then Storm Reed went off to go college. She, of course, played Rue's younger sister. Um, how much longer do they want to play? Well, they're not teenagers in the show anymore, but
Right.
they're 20 somethings. So I guess they're currently playing right where about they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
But how much longer do they want to play this character is the question.
Right.
So effectively, it feels like this should be it.
Mhm. I feel that.
But I don't know. I
Yeah.
think it should be it. I don't know where you take the story because you've already done a time jump 5 years from high school. Do you do another time jump to come back for season 4? I just don't think that makes any sense.
Right.
Um, but we're
So,
halfway through and we're still missing Ali, Rue's mom, and I could have sworn Elliot was supposed to be back for this season. Let me double check. Let's see.
I was really upset that that wasn't Elliot. But that party scene was crazy, and
We're definitely gonna get to that.
it shows how Cassie knows how to get attention.
I mean, well, the Nate situation shows that
Well,
how
yeah,
she
and
snagged Nate in
yeah,
high
but, like,
school.
now she's an adult, she hasn't had to do that, and now she's, like, in her element, it's from what I
Yeah, that's
see.
true.
You know what I mean?
Do we have anything? Let's see. Um, second and third seasons. So he's listed.
Okay.
Hmm.
I don't know, maybe he'll pop up
Uh,
somewhere.
I just wonder where at this point. How do you advance the
Well,
story?
if Elliot
Uh,
becomes big enough, maybe Cassie uses that.
It's a good point because he was Elliot was basically a session musician.
Mhm. And
So
Cassie's
that's
trying
actually a really good
to
point.
get her social media up, she's trying to get her OnlyFans going,
Okay.
and that was the reason why they were at
Um,
the party anyways, was for that one guy, Fontaine, I forgot his
I
first name.
I have thoughts. I have thoughts
You have
about the party.
thoughts?
So, um, yeah, I just what first thing I want to say, the gentleman that's playing Alamo. The only other thing I can remember him in is Get Rich or Die Trying, the 50, basically the 50 biopic movie. It's like 50's version of 8 Mile.
Okay.
So he played Majestic was the character that he played.
Mhm.
Which is supposed to be, an interpretation of the real life Kenneth Supreme McGriff. Shout out to Supreme. Um, I can't think of anything else I've seen him in though, other than that. Great casting. He is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I thought he had Rue dead to rights. He was like, "You got that rat snitch look on you." I'm like, "Bro,
Yes.
she basically just left the damn station. You know she's a snitch already." And
Yeah.
then I'm just like, "We're only like 5 minutes into the fucking episode. How does he know already? Does he have a tail on her?" So then he's like, "You're using again. You're addicted."
At
And
the
I'm just like,
poker
"Oh,
table,
okay."
yeah.
Yes, yes. And that poker game was interesting because Bishop thought he had that hand won, and Rue's like, "Nah, Imma take all this." That was all very, very interesting. I think the writing in this season is exceptional. Um, I think it's hard to write from the perspective of a high schooler if you're no longer in high school, obviously.
Yeah.
You can tap into some of the emotion and what you're going through and adults are insecure, so we know as kids we were all insecure to a certain aspect, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Even the
absolutely.
kids that were super popular were insecure. They just would
Mhm.
never show it. It's like you have to be super confident. You're the man on campus, you're the head cheerleader, et cetera,
Right.
prettiest girl in school, smartest guy in school, whatever. They have to exude confidence, but we know that as adults and as children, like and high schoolers, insecurity is a thing.
Right.
Um, so shout out to them because I think the writing in this season is exceptional. We're only 4 episodes in, but I think it's far superior to what we saw in any of the other seasons. And a lot of people would probably be like,
Absolutely.
"Ah, it's a slow build." And I'm just like, the first episode was slow. I will give
Yeah.
them that.
I feel like this episode
But
was like a setup for the next episode though, because I did see the
truly,
trailer for the next one, and it
mhm,
looks buck wild, so I don't know.
yeah, um, so Rue definitely doing a terrible job of not looking suspicious. So I can see why Alamo
Yeah,
felt the way he did.
but
Then we
he
shoot over
wants
to
to, you know, he wants to trust her so bad, so
right.
he's automatically, "Oh,
'Cause
she
he
must be
saw something
using."
in her.
Yeah,
He saw something in her,
yeah,
she was like, "I like girls," and, like, I think that they bonded over that.
yeah,
And then she happened to be a goddamn good runner.
mhm,
She was, doing really well at selling weapons and stuff like that, so I think he sees something, he took a liking to Rue, I think he sees something in her, some ambition. For Rue, it's like, "I get to make money and hang around a bunch of girls all day and sell drugs and sell guns," like, it couldn't be any fucking better if,
right,
life is good when you let it, and for her, in that moment, life is good until she gets pulled over going, back, and it's like
mhm,
it's the fucking feds, it's the DEA. It's like, this is really bad. This is really
yeah,
fucking bad. So then we jump over to Nate and Cassie's place.
yes.
Nate's toe.
This
Luckily
toe,
enough, they were able to get his toe and get it sewn back on. Kudos to the makeup crew. Phenomenal
it was
fucking
good,
job. Nate's all beat the fuck up. The toe looks crazy. They did a great job.
yeah.
Um, Thankfully, as I'm watching this, I'm like, well, thank God they had already taken their wedding pictures.
Yeah. True.
'Cause, like,
True.
imagine if he'd have fucked them up at, the fucking well, usually you would go from the church or wherever you get married, and then you take pictures, and then you'd have the reception, so they
Mhm.
probably would have escaped it either way, but some people do it a little different. I don't know, I've never been married, so I can't speak to that.
Yeah, some people do a little
Um,
different. Some people actually have, like, an entire day outside of the wedding day. They, like, get all dressed up again and take
yeah,
pictures. I think that's crazy. I think that's wild. I don't wanna
I
do it
I
all over
wouldn't
again,
wanna
but
I wouldn't wanna do that. I wouldn't wanna do that,
right?
and then some people take the pictures before the wedding, and I'm like, I thought the whole idea was for you to not see the dress until she comes down the aisle, so that always escaped me, like, why did you do it before the wedding? Because
Yeah.
the dress is supposed to be a surprise, so I don't know.
Anyways,
Um,
I thought it was really
yeah.
funny, his metaphors, and she's just like, "What the fuck are you saying?"
He's trying to be very fucking calm about it, and I don't think I don't think Nate ever truly knew Cassie. I know that's a crazy thing to say because they have been together since high school,
Yeah.
but he's finding out in this moment that, oh, she's gonna hold it down. She loves me. We've been together since we were kids, effectively, but she's not gonna hold it down because we find out Nate owes the guy north of $1 million. He's
Mhm.
just like, oh, probably around 1 million. It's like, first of all, you know how much you owe him.
Yeah.
Unless the guy added like a vig to it or something like that, you know how much you owe him. Like,
Yeah.
let's fucking be real. And from my understanding, it's north of $1 million. So let's start right there. Um, but he thinks that Cassie's just gonna stick by him and ride by his side, this, that, and the third. And she goes upstairs and comes back down with all this luggage, and she's out of there.
Mhm.
Um, so as they do a wide in the house,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking to myself, and it's not Cassie's fault. I want to be very clear about that.
Are you
Not in
gonna complain
totality,
about the
anyway.
the house again?
Well, something in the house that I
Okay.
noticed when they did that
Oh,
wide.
okay.
They have a baby grand piano. Do you know how much fucking money that costs?
A lot. A lot of
Okay,
fucking
so
money.
so again, so I'm in totality, no, I'm not blaming Cassie, but $50,000 for flowers. You have a baby grand piano. This the house is badly decorated. It's like a holdover from the 70s. Let me be clear.
Yeah.
But it is still real estate within Los Angeles and surrounding areas. That's very fucking expensive.
Mhm.
That's very expensive. So he did not have to acquiesce and get her all that stuff. It is his own fault. Again, I'm not blaming Cassie. At some point, you being a wife, and this is, do you want to talk? Like, I don't want to put your business out there. So, like, are you comfortable, like, with me saying, like, this is
Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's fine.
okay? So, this being marriage number two for you,
Yeah.
how many times have you had to say, hey, we don't need that?
Uh, in either marriage? Both?
Yeah,
Together? A lot.
I
All
would,
the time.
well,
All the fucking time.
really, because my guess would have been more on marriage one because
Uh,
of who that motherfucker is.
definitely in marriage 1.
Okay.
Marriage 2, a little bit more just because you know how it was in marriage 1, I didn't
Yeah.
have my voice like I used to, right? So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
now more than anything, also because I'm married to my best friend, so, like, I can just tell him, "No, we're not."
Shout out to Jesse. Shout
Right?
out to
We
Jesse.
literally went to the mall and he wanted a $12,000 massage chair. No fucking way. It ain't happening.
12 bands?
12
No, for
fans.
real?
Yes.
12? Oh,
Yes.
Jesse was shooting for the motherfucking moon.
He bought me
That's
socks. He said,
crazy.
"Look, I got you these socks. I wanna get this massage chair. It's $12,000." No.
Financing a chair is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. But you see what I mean though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, yeah,
at
yeah.
some point, I think again, he doesn't know her. Or he thought he knew her. He thought for Nate, he thought that he was good enough because effectively he chose her. Now Cassie had to sit and go through hell to get chosen because I remember in season 2 when it's Maddie's birthday and they're all chilling at Cassie's house
Mhm.
and Nate comes over and then Cassie throws up in the fucking hot tub because she's so drunk dealing with the fact that Maddie's there Nate is there to see Maddie. And it's
Right.
like she doesn't do anything, like she's nothing, like I'm here for you and you're running around with her.
Right.
And when it all comes down to it, oh well he chose me. You got your ass beat by Maddie because of that.
Yeah.
Because it was some sneak shit, whether y'all were together or not, like, people always like, "Well, they weren't together." Yeah, but you still
Yeah,
can't do
but
your friend like that. You can't
don't
do
do
your friend
that.
like that.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Or if you're feeling some kind of way, you gotta be like, "Yo, I kinda feel something here, and I just wanna let you know, and, like, I wanna get your blessing. If not, I won't go any further."
Right.
I think Maddie would have told her, "Get the fuck out of here. You're out of your mind." No. At that point, Cassie's gonna do whatever the fuck she wants to do, and she probably gets her ass beat. But here we are.
Yeah.
It seems Nate thought that him somewhat choosing Cassie,
Mhm.
although it's kind of by default in a way, that all she wanted was him and this, that, and the third. But
Right.
also, she thought that she was getting this life that she was not accustomed to because her dad got in that accident. The medical bills were crazy. He got addicted to the pain medicine, and her
Mhm.
life was crazy after that.
Right.
Whereas I'm looking at Nate and that gold watch that he's wearing on his wrist, I can tell you exactly what it is because I have the same one. It's a Rolex Date Just with the fluted bezel and a Jubilee bracelet. I know the watch very well. It's
Damn.
right in my right through there. Like
Okay.
it's not it is my favorite of all my watches, right? I know how much that fucking watch costs. So Cassie sees that and she's like, "Well, we've got money. Now we're in this fucking big house that they
Mhm.
don't need because they don't have any children.
Mhm.
And even still, you could have a more affordable house, like the house that like Cassie's house that she grew up in. That's not a bad house. Could
No.
it stand to be renovated a bit? Probably. The house Nate grew up in, great house. They didn't need that. They're in some Hollywood Hills, old time Hollywood type ass house. Like Frank Sinatra is from Jersey, but he's an entertainer, so he buys a house in Hollywood, and that's the fucking house Frank Sinatra or Ava Gardner or fucking Harry Belafonte or somebody from that era buys, and it's decorated from that fucking era. They
Right.
didn't need that house. That is prime real estate in Los Angeles. It is not cheap.
Right.
But he did whatever it was to make her happy, and she's still taking pictures for fucking OnlyFans. So where did it get you? And next thing you know, you're sitting there with your feet up looking at your toe that is sewn back on. You had to race to the hospital on your wedding night to get your toe sewn back on. And your newlywed wife packs all the luggage she can and walks out. And she's still doing content. And from what I saw of the next episode, this is going to get absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah.
All of that, your wedding night ruined. You're both well, I don't even know if Cassie no, I think we saw a shot in the next episode where she's told to pawn the ring or something, right? Or am I
Yeah,
thinking about something else?
the dude was just like, "Fuck it, just move in already." Like,
Exactly. And
yeah.
I'm just like, here's where we are. And that's why I say I think the writing in season 3 is superior to anything in the first two, except for the first season because our socks were blown off. In
Right.
season 2, we knew what to expect. It's like Euphoria doesn't pull punches. In season 1, we were just like, because all the press for the show was just like these girls in high school with the craziest eye makeup, and then
Yeah.
you turn it on, it's like, oh no, these kids are fucking crazy. Nothing can surprise me in that show now, but I still find myself at the edge of my seat for every episode. Like, where
Yeah.
the fuck are we going from here? Um, so speaking of old Hollywood, Maddie comes to pick up Cassie.
Yep.
Very old Hollywood. She's got the
The
scarf on her
scarf.
hair, the sunglasses on,
Mhm.
the drop top bins, and I'm just like,
Now, I don't know ooh, excuse me. I don't know if you noticed, they did a quick, shot of, like, across the street from them when they were
mm-hmm.
in the car, and it was that little blonde girl and then the little brunette girl, and that just made me
I
think they're,
did see
like
that.
yeah, they're doing a
It
little
was 100%. 100%. That was like, well, number one, it's definitely intentional because you have to cast those parts. And like,
right.
it was very, very much intentional to show like this is these two little girls are Cassie and Maddie at a different time in their life. So
Yeah,
here's them when they probably met and became friends, and here they are as adults, and this is what they're doing now. I thought that was a very, very good shot.
I
Sam
love
Levinson,
that.
I don't know if he directed. I have to check and see who directed that episode, but whoever directed it did a phenomenal job. I thought that was
Mhm.
really, really cool. Um, so at first I'm thinking that all she had was just a bunch of stuff in those suitcases to shoot content. But she took every goddamn like, all that she had. And then they're poolside and she's taking pictures. The girl with the fucking leaf blower was the funniest thing.
That was great.
The funniest thing. So she's staying at yeah,
with
Sam
Lexi.
Levinson did direct that episode. She's staying with Lexi,
Okay.
which is cool. It's like it's your sister. You go with your
Yeah.
sister. I get it. No problem with
Lexi's
that.
being a hater like she does, you know?
But here's the thing.
She has a point.
Okay, that's all I wanted to get to. Lexi was 100% right. Like, can I borrow money or can you hook me up with somebody who can give me drugs? Rue, I'm not really comfortable with hooking you up with like she's like, no, no, it's not for me. I just need to connect. And for them, it's just like, Rue, you could tell me God needed the fucking drugs and I'm not hooking you up. Because for them, it's
Yeah.
like, no, you've been high since fucking your freshman year, our sophomore year of high school. We don't believe that you're not going to get high.
Right.
Like, so then all this, and then Cassie's like, turn the leaf blower back on. I'm just like, this poor girl with the leaf blower, because
She's like, "I don't know why
she's
it
not
turned off,
privy
so turn it back on."
back on. And then like it's got the yank start. I was like, what fucking year is this? Like, they have electric ones. You just plug into like I'm just like they went to Home Depot and got the first fucking thing they saw. And I
Mhm.
guarantee it was probably cheaper because it is a pull start. But Rue is just indignant on like, well, just help me get some drugs. And they're just like, Rue, no. And then so Lexi starts going off and Lexi goes in the house and it's just like, you guys are out of your fucking mind. And I'm just like, she's the only voice of reason. And that's what Lexi is supposed to be.
Yeah.
I liked her outfit because it was very like that midpoint between the 60s and 70s where fashion really started to take off. I thought
Mhm.
that was really dope. Lexi and Jules and the painting.
Yes.
You wanna talk about the painting? Because I saw the I'm just like, when she called Jules, um,
I guess
it's
she
like, "Oh,
just
that's
didn't
cool."
ask to see her portfolio first, you know?
Here's my thing. If you know your friend is a trans woman,
Mhm.
and you've been friends with her since high school, and you know she's also a sugar baby, and you just kinda know her, it's like, "Hey, we need an artist to paint a portrait, blah 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 blah. Or not a portrait. We just need art for
Yeah.
set dressing.
Mhm.
We have gone and had to like I can tell you the places we've gone to vintage haberdashery for wardrobe because like for period pieces, the first film it was set like kind of set between the 70s and 80s. So we
Mhm.
had to find like polyester suits for the guys, certain stuff for the girls.
Yeah.
So we had to go to vintage haberdashery, which is in Tower Grove. Um, there's another place I've gone to get wardrobe. We've had to borrow furniture from the Webster University Theater Department. Thank God that I'm an alum. Just
Nice.
all types of stuff. So I've gotten places I was like, random painting sitting there that's like, oh, that's for set dressing. So I get it. The
Yeah.
fact that she looked out for Jules, I was like, oh, that's cool, that's dope. And they're setting, and I'm just like, I wonder what Jules painted.
I
And
feel
then
like it's not Lexi's fault. You say
it's
picnic,
not.
you don't think of dicks. It's a picnic.
It's
Who's got dicks
It's
out at
definitely not Lexi's
picnics?
fault. It
It
is
is
definitely not
not.
Lexi's fault.
But she probably should have asked to see her portfolio at least and been like,
Bingo.
pick something out and say, this is what I'm looking for. We want it to be okay with TV. So no dicks, no
When
nudity.
they pulled that fucking cover off and it was just women with dicks, I was just like, Jules, it's fucking crazy.
uh,
I understand. To all my trans people out there, I'm an ally. I support you. I don't care who you lay with, what you identify with. I just want you to be treated nice by the person that you're in a relationship or whatever you're in with. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I don't know Bruce or Caitlyn Jenner. I'm sorry. Do I feel bad for Caitlyn Jenner? Well, considering you knew what that man was about and you sat there and rallied for him and cast your vote for him and helped him campaign, and now your passport still says that you are a man, but you truly clearly identify as a woman. Well, now I can't leave the country. Well, have the day you voted for, buddy. Like,
Yeah. I know
sorry,
I
I'm,
have a really, really good friend who's an artist, and he's a gay man, and a lot of his shit
mhm.
has a lot of nude men in it.
But it did.
So I
Well,
probably
it's not
if
the first time that like Salvador Dali painted and there was a lot of vaginas, a lot of like
yeah,
I'm talking pictures full of open pussies everywhere
yeah,
with Salvador Dali. So
right.
this is like
So it's
not the
it's not
first
even
and
just it's not even just
thank
trans
you.
people or gay people or nothing like that. It's
At
anyone. It's
all.
art.
And he was doing it when that shit was like beyond risque. It's like you
Yeah,
can't just paint vagina, bro. Like, oh, you put a clock there, so it's okay. You've got 7 fucking vaginas here and like 2 clocks. This is not okay. Dolly has been doing it for longer than we've been alive.
yeah.
So
The point is it's
the
going
problem
on TV.
network television.
Yes.
This ain't going to Netflix. This ain't going to Hulu.
Network.
This is
Yes.
going on network television. We're talking ABC, Fox, NBC, CBS.
Mhm.
You can't have dicks on network television, whether they're attached to a man or a woman
Right.
or a trans woman. You can't
Or if
have
they're
dicks on
floating in
network
the air, it
television.
don't matter. We can't have dicks floating in the air, getting all over the place. We can't do that on network TV.
So for them to graduate, I'm trying to place them and see where they would have been
Oh, we did the
when
math
Justin
last time. I don't
pulled.
remember.
Right, I just want to know what year they were born and were they cognizant of Justin Timberlake ripping the thing off of Janet at the Super Bowl
Oh
and why it was such a big deal?
shit.
Because it was on network television. You
Yeah.
can't pull a titty out on CBS.
Right.
I think that we all should have learned from that.
Yeah.
So Jules doesn't strike me as the type to be a big super, football fan. So maybe Jules was not aware.
She
But
probably
Jules
doesn't know what it's about. Still.
can't have you can't have a titty on you can't have a nipple on network television. Therefore, you can also not have a dick on network television. So
Yeah.
let's be a little more cognizant. The fact that so I'm watching, texting all my people, and they're just like, "How does it cost them that much money?" So I want to let you guys know this.
Okay.
I also make independent films. For every day where production has to get shut down or pushed back or something like that, that costs money.
Mhm.
That costs money. We wrapped 2 weeks later than we were supposed to. Cost us a little bit of money. Not gonna lie. So they said it cost them $56,000, and I guess she's the head of the studio. She was like, "Well, you basically have to double that. There's incidentals, there's all that stuff." Like when you see those trailers, those shits aren't free. Craft
Right.
services, all the grips, lighting, um, best boy, like script supervisor, all those people have to be paid. And they're like, "How the fuck does that come to $191,000?" I'm like, "Because you had to shut down production even for a day. They have to bump that scene back to another time." Now, my thing is this. This is actually a quick problem solve. What you do in this instant, hey, we can't put this picture up here. Maybe you don't pay Jules. Maybe you take that money, you send somebody to Ashley Furniture or IKEA or something like that and just find a basic off the fucking rack ass portrait
Right.
and put it up on that wall. The thing is, I think they were pressed for time and they needed to get those shots right then and there.
Yeah, no, it was supposed
But
to be that character that, like, made the painting or whatever, but they coulda gone to, like, Goodwill, you know what I mean?
we'll see. Actually, now that I think about it, they don't even have to do that. From my understanding, if I recall, this takes place on the Warner Brothers lot.
Mhm.
And the one thing I will tell you about film studios is they have archives. If
Okay.
they produced a television show in the 50s, 60s, or 70s, that stuff would be in the archives. Films, all that stuff. They've done Warner Brothers has produced every fucking Batman film. You don't think Bruce Wayne had art in his home? They
Right.
could have found something in the archive. They could have sent one of the fucking grips. You and more than likely they send Lexi. It's like you and this grip, you get in a golf cart, you go over to fucking archives and you find some art to put on this wall. And you
Yeah.
have to make it look like this particular person painted it. So, do I think they were being a bit dramatic? Yes. But if that is a situation where you don't have archives, you don't have access to art that quick, yeah, it could shut down production.
Yeah.
It really could, and it could cost you a ton of money. So, but I will say that scene was absolutely fucking hilarious.
It
I'm
was
not gonna
so
hold you.
funny. That was
That
good.
shit had me in stitches. Shout out to Jules. Um, Picnic Full of Dicks on female bodies. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Um,
It was beautiful, but
the brush strokes, everything, it was, but yeah, you just can't
you can't
you
have
can't have
dicks
dicks on
flopping
network
around everywhere.
television.
You just can't do that.
Yeah.
So, after
So
that
obviously we find out Cassie is staying with Lexi.
Yes.
Um, but then Cassie, so she did, okay, I have this in my notes. She pawned her ring and rented the apartment across the pool for Lexi. So she did pawn the
Okay.
ring because I do
Okay.
have this in my notes.
I didn't catch that.
Um, and Lexi can see basically Cassie's window from
Everything.
hers.
Yeah.
Cassie's on the second floor, Lexi's on the first floor. Cassie is up there shooting content because she can see the light, like the ring light and all that shit.
Yeah.
And for her, she's just thinking like, I if I'm Cassie in my, I mean Lexi in my head, I should be like, I should have saw this coming. I should have saw this coming. Now, I probably didn't see it coming because
Mhm.
she got engaged and we thought her and Nate were gonna live happily ever after because nobody knew about their money problems until the dude
Right.
shows up at the wedding reception. And then only so many people heard that conversation.
Yeah.
But I do think Cass so because they were the way they were seated was Nate's brother
It
was
was
his best man.
Cassie. Yeah.
It was the girl who invested on the outside,
Yeah,
then
and then
Lexi,
Lexi,
then
and then
Cassie,
Cassie,
then Nate,
Nate.
and then Nate's brother.
Right.
So Cassie just ignored the conversation, I guess, because it was none of her business. Because there's no way that girl on the
Lexi.
outside, the other bridesmaid,
Yeah.
Lexi, I'm sorry, heard what the guy said, but Lexi didn't hear it. That's just not
Right.
possible. That's not
Right.
how sound works, unless Lexi is deaf and we don't know it, and she has in ear, hearing aids, and she took them out. That's not how sound works.
Right.
It just doesn't.
They
You
don't.
know, so she had to have known. So I guess at that point, whether she tells her or not, she's like, Nate fucked up. They're broke. She's staying with me. Now she gets an apartment. Here the fuck we are.
Yeah,
And essentially for her, it felt like Lexi was trying to leave all of that stuff behind in high school and
and
not
us
exactly
following
trying to
her.
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not
Yeah.
exactly trying to leave Cassie behind, but it's like, you've already got Rue crashing on your couch half the fucking time.
True. Yeah.
So now Cassie's right across the fucking pool, which means Maddie is gonna be there, and whoever the fuck this chick is with the fucking leaf blower.
Yeah.
She can't escape them, they're still there. I still need them. I need something over the next 4 episodes to explain how Lexi felt after the season 2 finale because she kept, like, her and Fezco, that was a real thing. It
Yeah.
wasn't just, "Oh, they're friends," no, that was a real thing. Fez
Yeah.
don't let nobody in that fucking house to just be hanging out.
Right.
Lexi was at Fezco and Ashtray's house, sitting on the couch holding hands with him, and
Right.
she kept looking out in the crowd to see if he had taken his seat.
Right.
And then we get to this first episode, and Rue's like, "Have you talked to Fezco? He'd like to hear from you." And then we find out Lexi's still a virgin, all this stuff. So she truly had to be hurt.
Yeah.
I need them to delve into that. I 100% need them to
Yeah.
delve into that. It's just not fair to be like, well, we know Angus. Like, I get it. It sucks that Angus is no longer here. That's number one, right?
Yeah.
Um, but you're carrying this Fezco character on within the universe. Rue takes a phone call from him. Rue's goddamn screensaver on her phone is a picture of her and
Yeah, I
Fezco.
saw that. Broke my
You're
heart.
you're keeping him alive in the universe. So you've got to tell us how Lexi felt because it
Mhm.
seems like she was ultimately in love with Fez. And you know what they say about good girls liking bad boys.
Yeah.
And what happened happened. And now Fezco's in prison for 30 some odd years. And Lexi is 23, 24, and still a virgin,
I think they
living in
might
Los Angeles.
I think they might get into that next episode
I would
because
hope
Lexi
so.
wasn't, like, really in the last 2 or last 3 episodes. She was kinda, like, on the outskirts of it, like, we got little
Well,
bits and pieces about her.
just like to check in, like, here's a check in to let you know where everybody is right
Right,
now.
and now, like, in this last episode, there was a little bit more Lexi in there. So I feel like maybe next episode, she's
Yeah,
gonna be maybe they'll touch up on it. I mean, I don't know.
I would hope.
But I see where
I
you're going
need
with that. Yeah.
I just feel like as fans. Now it's Sam Levinson's fucking show, right?
Right.
He writes it, he directs it. It's produced by Drake and I think Future, Drake's manager. They produced the show. Um, so it's their show, granted. But I just feel like, come on, guys, you gotta give us something. You
Right.
have to. You can't just let that story die.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, to say it with Angus, because if you're going to keep if they had just we know Fez got shot, and then Angus unfortunately passes in real life. So
Mhm.
if then you say that shot was fatal, and Fezco and Ashtray died, then it's easier for us to just wrap it up and accept it as it is.
Right.
I'm not saying that Lexi needs to take a phone call from Fezco, but I just have to have some finality to that story.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Um, Nate's motion denied for the land because of
Got
that
on his
flower
hands and
pending
knees.
environmental studies. Yeah,
I
and
don't know
nothing
what he
worked.
was expecting doing that.
They weren't moving off of that.
No.
And the fact of the matter is, with real estate development, we've lost so much of the forest. We've it is drastically affected the environment, especially when you're talking about somewhere like California where mudslides have happened.
Yeah.
Earthquakes are very prominent. The California fires, this is something that happens. They're not in a rush to get any more houses built, even
Right.
as far as replacing the ones that burned down during the fires.
Yeah.
They're just not. So I'm seeing people tweeting they can't let them just build it. I'm just like, dog, California. Number one, California is a blue state. All right, so if it was a red state,
They probably would. They'd say, "Fuck that
hundred
flower."
percent, fuck that flower. If they were in Texas in a red state, or even here in Missouri, those developments, that shit would have went up.
Yeah.
Nate would have been like a Republican. He's shaking hands with the governor and shit like that. Well, no, because actually the governor of California is a Democrat. But if they were in a red state, we're not even
Mhm.
having this conversation.
Right.
California is a blue state. That's just it is what it is. This is I don't think that well, maybe Nate does die.
What? You think he's gonna die?
I wouldn't be surprised if they killed him off. Listen,
I just don't think
I
they
want
can do
somebody.
that. He's such a prominent character.
Okay, okay. So if you had to kill off one character, who would it be? It's either Rue or Nate.
I'm not killing off Rue.
So then you got to kill off Nate. Here's the thing. The one thing I've learned about television, right?
Yeah.
One of the main characters of the show is always going to, unless it's a sitcom and it's meant to be light and airy, the worst thing you're
Right.
going to go through in a sitcom is somebody's going to have a breakup that is going to cripple them. Other than that, when it's a drama, and this is a drama and it's a modern soap, somebody's going to go. I saw in Beverly Hills 90210 Kelly get raped, shot, Brandon cheated on her, all types of shit. That was a lot for one fucking person to go through over 10 seasons.
Yeah.
She got caught in a fire. It's just all bets are off. He owes that guy north of $1 million. And the guy also happens to sell coffins. Who else can get rid of a body quicker than that guy, right?
True. True.
Because he's got to know people who work at a fucking funeral home. You just stick them in that thing and cremate them.
I'd be
I'm just saying.
throw him in a
Just
blender.
saying. Yeah. And
No,
I hate it.
I
I
just
hate it.
I don't want him to die. I don't want him to
I don't
die.
either. But look at it like this, from what we saw of next week's episode, there's going to be conflict.
Yeah, there's
This
gonna be a
guy's
lot of
like, "You should just
conflict.
move in." Like, we haven't seen the end of this, and we know Nate is gonna get his ass beat again. By the
Yeah.
second time you don't have their money and they've already cut off your toe,
Yeah.
there's only so much further you can go at that point.
I'm honestly surprised that they let him keep it. I thought they were gonna take it.
I think they just clipped it and left it on the floor.
Yeah, they did. I
You
thought they
and they
would take it
Yeah.
because normally they would take it, right? A little trophy. I don't know.
Or what they do is they send it to your family, like, "You owe us X amount of dollars, and here's proof, you better get us the fucking money, or here's such and such's fingers and toes."
Yeah.
That's been known to happen, so I don't know. I just
I don't know.
when I look at this, there's going to be a lot of commentary And again, I'm just saying, if you're going to kill off any of the main characters, what has Maddie done to deserve it? It just doesn't make sense.
Right.
What has Cassie really done to deserve it? Doesn't make sense. Lexi, she's as safe as you can be. Jules, she's mixed up with some crazy people.
Yeah.
Not like Rue is, not like Rue and Nate are, but
Yeah, I don't see
so
Jules
Jules,
dying at all.
right. So then you circle back around. We haven't even seen Ali yet, but
Right.
there is that shot of him in the hospital bed, like in pain. So who the fuck knows? But if somebody from the main cast has to go,
It's probably Nate.
it's either Rue or Nate. Just being completely honest. They're the
Yeah.
ones that make the most sense.
But it can't be Rue because
Um,
she's like the actual main character. You know what I mean? Like it all
this
started
is
with
true.
Rue. So it has to be Nate.
And it is about her battle with addiction and the people that surround her.
Yeah.
Zendaya is front and center on every poster of like all the media. She's front and
Mhm.
center. So again, I think Nate's ultimate journey was maturity from being Nate in high school, and maybe everything that's happening to him right now is his karma.
Yeah.
He turned his dad in, like he he beat that kid up that Maddie was fucking around with in the pool, and then
Mhm.
he went back and made that kid confess to rape or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know, this could be Nate's karma. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Um, so let's go back to the strip club. Um, Alamo basically has Rue pegged for relapsing.
Yeah.
Um, I think in the current situation, if Rue started getting high again, considering the feds are on her, she's seen people die, like
I wouldn't blame her.
exactly. I'm not advocating for it. I'm just saying I could totally
I get it.
understand why. Yeah, I could totally understand why she would start getting high again.
Yeah.
Um,
Damn, but like with Faye driving the truck and the two
I'm gonna
dudes.
get to that.
Yes.
I want to stick with the club right now because
Yeah.
the new girl, Kitty, and I
Yes.
think the episode is named Kitty Likes to Dance. Um, so that was sex trafficking, right? Like 100%, like,
Absolutely.
yeah. And Rue is seeing it, and I'm just like, this is fucking crazy. And then Big Eddie's like, you're not supposed to be seeing this, that, and the third. Then you got Homegirl. Also, let me be very clear and very fucking blunt about this. If I ever walked in a strip club and one of the dancers has a fucking neck brace on and she offers me a lap dance, I'm pushing her the fuck off to get the fuck away from me. You have a neck brace on with rhinestones. You should not fucking be in here. If anybody shouldn't be in here, it's you.
They tried to get her to take it
Who?
off and she would not do it.
But see, here's my thing. You're there to make money. How much money are you really making with the rhinestone neck
Well,
brace?
I mean, you saw last episode, the dude threw a wad of 20s at her. Like
That's true.
all 20s, he threw them at her. I
That
was
is
like, all
true.
right, baby girl, there you go. Get it with that neck brace.
I don't know. It's
Shit.
not my cup of tea. I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum. It's just definitely not my cup of tea. I thought that was very fucking strange. But this kitty girl is new there and
Yeah.
just really bad. Now, unfortunately, Rue sees them. It
Mhm.
seems like the first guy, maybe she understood she was supposed to. Either way, it's sex trafficking. Either fucking way.
Yeah. Okay, wait, I have to say something though. Was it or was it not weird for the one dude to be smacking that dude's ass
That
in
was
the
very
room?
weird.
Very weird. And he kept
That
doing
was
it.
very rude.
Like, sir.
That was very I'm just like, y'all are bros on a different level because you shouldn't be
Even
smacking his ass.
so Jesse was watching it with me and he was like, "Did he just
Mhm.
smack his ass?" And I was like, "Yep, he
Yeah.
sure did." He's like, "I don't think I want my friend smacking my ass anytime." He's like,
Thank
"Especially
you,
during that
ever.
time." He's like, "I don't want my ass touched."
Well, here's the thing. If you're playing football, basketball, something like that, it's common for a teammate to slap your ass after a good play like that. Attaboy, attaboy. But, like, outside of that,
Right.
no.
Yeah.
That's just not something that happens unless you are a man who happens to date men. Then that could be an acceptable but that
That seemed very
That was
attaboy to
strange.
me.
That was attaboy to the 10th power, and I don't ever wanna be that attaboy. I don't like, get the fuck off me, dog. What the fuck? Like, hey, what are you do like, yo, what are you doing back there, my nigga? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. That was strange. I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't have it in my notes, but that was strange as fuck. Like, let's call a spade a spade. So,
Yep, right.
yeah, no, never, never, never. Um, so Kitty comes out of there, and she's for all intents and purposes fucked up.
Yeah.
This is how a lot of that happens in those clubs, and this is how those girls end up on drugs and stuff like that because they will use alcohol and substances to try to like alleviate the pain that they're going, knowing that you have to go in here and if you want to make some extra money, you got to do this, you got to do that. And it's like,
Yeah.
I
Because
can't
even,
with a
like,
straight face.
they even said, like, the one girl, the one with the neck brace was just like, "Can she even dance?" And Alamo's just like, "She's
Yeah.
from Kansas, you know, cut her
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
slack." So, like, in my mind, I'm thinking, "Okay, she can't dance, but she can fuck." So
But because she fucked Alamo before that.
mhm,
So imagine like this is your first day on the job and all of this goes on.
right.
And then Rue being a human being and just asking the girl if are you okay? Like I saw what
Yeah,
happened in there.
and neck brace
And then
bitch.
the neck brace is like, no, she's a fucking snitch. And I'm just like, how do we get here? Like, you don't, so clearly you want to be the queen bee around here. You don't give a fuck about the other girls.
Right,
And that shit is just commonplace to you. How long have you been working here is my question. But
right.
again, you're also working in a strip club with a fucking neck brace. So you clearly don't give a fuck about how that looks and
Yeah,
about your own health because you're fucking crazy. If you don't give a fuck about yourself, I know you don't give a fuck about this girl you just met 2 hours ago.
right.
It all adds up. But from that point on, um,
Shit hits the fan.
Root shit hits the fan. So shout out to my dog, Kadeem Hardison, absolute fucking legend. He plays Big Eddie. Did you notice the shot where he flipped up his glasses?
Yes.
Okay, so you know what that's a callback to?
No? What?
Kadeem Hardison, the actor who's Big Eddie, was
Yeah.
Dwayne Wayne on A Different World. And that was his signatures. He had the glasses, but you flipped up. So back when
Okay.
we were kids, everybody called them the Dwayne Wayne glasses. He's
Okay.
like one of the most iconic characters in black television. Like A Different World is a spinoff from The Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Denise went to college, and that's the college she went to. And then it didn't work out on that show, but they kept the show running. So Dwayne Wayne is like the iconic. Him and Whitley, they were like the end goal couple. Like Whitley was marrying somebody else, and Dwayne interrupted the wedding. And was like, "I love her," and then
Mhm.
damn near fought the groom, and then she married Dwayne right on the spot while she
Damn.
was supposed to be marrying this other dude. Like the Dwayne Wayne glasses, like they're just
Okay.
iconic. So when he flipped them, I was like,
Oh.
every black
Yeah.
kid that grew up watching A Different World, if they were watching last night, we were all in heaven like Dwayne fucking Wayne. Like,
Hell
shout out
yeah.
to Kadeem Hardison. Then unfortunately, my man gets shot in the fucking stomach. The
Yeah.
club gets raided. And in my head, I'm thinking, first of all, why does the doorman not have a weapon? And you should probably have two people out there. Then when they're coming back, there should be somebody there with a fucking shotgun
Right.
or something. You guys are unarmed in here. There's drugs, naked women, and a bunch of money, and there's not a gun in the building. This doesn't make
Right.
any sense
Right.
at all. Um, so
Weren't
neck
they
brace
wearing
has got
Barack
big
Barack Obama masks?
masks.
Wasn't that
Yes. So I'm just like, so neck brace has Big Eddie convinced that Rue is a snitch, and then he's thinking about the fact that she had the fanny pack on with drugs and all that shit, and he's
Mhm.
just like, something ain't right. And then you have her like, she's a fucking snitch. She's a fucking snitch. And he's like, all right, so earlier I had to tell you to take the fanny pack off. Now she's saying this. What the fuck is up with you?
Right.
What the fuck is up with you? What are you up to? Because also he caught Rue when he went to put the shit in the fucking safe.
She was staring.
You can leave the fucking room. Why are you still here? So
Mhm.
now it all looks fucking suspicious.
Yeah.
Then they come in there and rob them and they pull the tape.
Yep.
Rue wanted to take Big Eddie to the hospital. Bishop is like, we can wait. They review the tape. first of all, Bishop is a cold-blooded calculator killer, and I think we found that out in the last episode. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
that was fucking crazy, and he just keeps getting better and better.
I like that
Um,
character for sure. I like Bishop.
yeah, Bishop is a motherfucker, but then we find out as they zoom in, the
The
driver
fucking
of the
lips.
motherfucking truck, the lips. I was like, "Holy shit! It is fucking Faye,
Mhm.
Faye of all people." Now, when she was cast for season 2, there's no way, like, when we see her in the first episode, when she's with Rue and Fezco, there's no way I thought this girl would have this big of a part.
Right. That's what I
Because,
thought.
like, yeah, it's just like, who's the chick with the big lips? There's no way she stays around this long. And Faye has been instrumental, unfortunately, in Ashtray's death, Fezco getting shot, Big Eddie getting shot, and
Mhm.
now probably the end of Rue, or them
Yeah.
find like that phone. Because remember, Rue left the fucking phone in the office.
Right.
This just does not look good. So then we come back to this conversation. We still don't believe they can kill off Rue.
Right.
Just doesn't make sense. But if this is the last season and we're halfway through, all bets are off. I mean, they could, if there isn't going to be a season 4, they technically could kill Rue off.
I
And
mean, I guess they
right where we are
could,
right,
but since Faye and I always forget the other guy's his name, but they're like linked
I
to
don't remember,
Lori,
just
right?
yeah.
They're just not that important to me.
True.
They're linked to
I don't
Lori.
even, did they even
Rue is
mention their
trying to
fucking
get
name?
to Lori. I don't even know. But she's trying to get to Lori because the feds are trying to get to Lori. So that's her
That's
window right
true.
there. So,
That is true. That is true. And Alamo and his cohorts could really just view it as this is Lori getting us back for killing her bird.
mhm.
Also, the bird funeral was fucking crazy.
That was great.
She called it like her special little guy or some shit like I was like,
Yeah.
I've lost a pet. I've actually I had to put one of my dogs down, put Bailey down at the beginning of 2020.
Yeah, I remember that.
And my dog died when I was a sophomore in high school.
Mm.
So
My
I know what
senior
it's like to
cat
lose a
died,
pet.
like, a few months ago, so
Really?
yeah.
Damn. Is
Yeah.
Theo's still around though, right?
Theo's still around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's still kicking.
My guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Theo. Love Theo. Um, so I feel Lori's pain. So I
Yeah.
didn't like, I'm like, this is funny, but it's also not. Like, I can lightly laugh because it is a television show, it's drama. Like, they didn't really
Yeah.
kill that bird. But
I can
also I
laugh
know
because
what it
it's fake,
feels like.
but yes,
Right.
yeah.
But if it wasn't fake, then I'd be like, "Oh, this is really fucked up. It was really, really fucked up." But so yeah, they could be like, "Oh, Lori came to get her get back for the bird." Like,
Yeah.
here's the thing: it's just a cycle of violence.
Yeah.
Until either Alamo or Lori is gone, those crews are not going to stop hitting back at each other.
True.
This is going to continue because now you've shot Big Eddie, who essentially, would you call him or Bishop? I guess Bishop is more Alamo's right hand man
Yeah, I'd say
because Eddie
Bishop
kind of just runs
is
the club.
yeah, he's
If
just
I'm
the
not
manager,
mistaken.
really, if you really put
Okay.
it, you know?
But here's the thing. A lot of Alamo's money went out the door in the bag to that fucking truck. So that's
Yeah.
something completely different.
Mhm.
Um, this is gonna get very, very fucking interesting.
Messy, crazy. I'm here for it.
We
I
didn't even
saw
talk
the
about
trailer.
we didn't even talk about the influencer house. I thought that was fucking crazy.
Oh, that's
The one
right.
thing I took away from this, and I know that you went, by the way, how was Devil Wears Prada 2?
So good. The
Okay,
original
I've still
is
never seen the first
obviously
one.
better. The original is,
Never
you
seen
know,
it.
well, it's really good. I made Jesse watch it. He said it was good.
Okay,
The second one was
so one
still
of my
good.
favorite podcasts, they did a review on it, and I was
Yeah.
just like, just think of like the Locks, like one of hip hop's greatest groups, like Rough Riders, and they're reviewing fucking Devil Meets Prada. I thought it was hilarious, so I've been meaning to watch it.
Yeah.
So while you were obviously at the premiere,
Mhm.
we were recording, and I felt, and I've said this many of times, we've talked about streaming, we've talked about streaming video games.
Yeah.
This IRL streaming where they're just following some guy or girl around with the camera, I'm sorry, that is just the dumbest fucking thing. And I said this before, the streaming is fucking stupid. This and influencer culture, it needs to die. How does this kid who doesn't work as hard, like, he doesn't work as hard as we do at this fucking show,
Right.
but, like, and I know it's a dramatization. That kid is not really living in that house, but that kid is just a modicum, or, like, art imitates life. There's somebody that is that
Yeah.
kid's age who really lives in that fucking house, and all he does is his friend turns on a camera and follows him around all day, and it's like, "Buddy, I don't know if life is that interesting for some person." Like, I understand why the Osbournes
Yeah.
work, because Ozzy Osbourne was a fucking legend. I understand why MTV Cribs work, because Snoop Dogg is a legend, and Redman is a legend, and Britney Spears and fucking Mariah Carey, they're all
Yeah.
legends. That makes sense. Lil Jermaine from down the block with the camera in his face, just sitting there hitting up off his bait and talking to people in the chat. I'm like, how?
I don't
So
know.
I'm thinking at first, I'm like, this kid has 20 million followers. Um, and Maddie's like, you need to get a picture with him. And when they took Cassie up to that bedroom, which Cassie, she knew how to get it done. You got to give her
Yeah.
credit for that.
Mhm.
When that door got locked and Maddie's trying to get them to bust it open, I'm like, did Matt, like, first, I'm like, Maddie set her up. Maybe Maddie's not over it, because we saw how she looked at the wedding. Like, maybe Maddie's not over it and she kind of set her up. Well, then when Maddie tries to get them to bust that fucking door down, I'm like, through it all, Maddie may have been hurt by Cassie and Nate, but she's still not dirty like
Yeah.
that.
She's a real
Once she
one.
fought Cassie, once she fought Cassie, that was her getting her lick back, it seems.
Mhm.
Now we know that next week Cassie is carrying on a relationship with this guy while actively still married to Nate, has rented this
Yeah.
apartment by pawning her ring. He wants her to move in. I don't know where the fuck we're going. The crazy part is, we know Nate's gonna get fucked up again inside their house.
Yeah.
Um, Rue is working for the DEA. They know that Faye drove the van, so they know it was somebody from Lori.
Yep.
We don't know when when Ali's gonna show up. We don't know when Rue's mom is gonna show up. We don't know when Elliot's gonna show up. We do know that Jules is basically gonna ask Rue, "Are we together?" Which is like, this dude is funding your fucking life, and you still want Rue through
Yeah.
everything. That's crazy. But the thing I'm most intrigued about is, what is gonna happen between Cassie and this fucking influencer?
I don't know.
I can't wait for fucking Sunday. I think that that first episode was really slow with, like, the Little House on the Prairie ass MAGA family,
Yeah.
and finding out that Rue was, like, a drug mule, and
Setting it all up.
that all that, I was like, "This is a slow build, hopefully it pays off." It's paid off in episodes 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
I didn't think we could do better than The Wedding, and I still have The Wedding slightly over this episode, but this is a really good fucking episode in my opinion.
Absolutely. I agree. I completely agree.
I'm just blown the fuck away. Sam Levinson and your writing team, beautiful writing. The episode was directed masterfully.
Mhm.
Um, I think everybody played a really, really well part. Um, I just can't wait to see what happens, because also Jules's boyfriend comes back and is like, "You had a guy in the house."
Yes,
So,
that had to have been,
oh,
Rue's
Rue, it's gotta
shirt,
be Rue,
yeah,
right?
or
Like, Rue must
draws,
have
I don't
left
know.
something there. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like, this shit is super intriguing. Rue's working with the feds. Big Eddie got shot. All this is going on, yet and still, there's so much stuff
So much
that we're
more.
prepared. Yes.
Yeah.
And it just pains me. It's like, oh, there's only 8 episodes. We're halfway through this fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm
This is
really
fucking
upset about
crazy.
that. I'm sad, but
Yeah,
I'm
very
sure
much
it's gonna
so.
be amazing. It's gonna be fireworks. It's gonna
Yeah, I
be
think I for sure, for
amazing.
sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's gonna be. Um,
That wraps
we're
it
at an
up.
hour. Yeah. I don't have anything else. You got anything?
No, no, I'm just excited for next
Just fucking
episode, and
excited. Yeah, just fucking excited.
it
Same.
was good.
Absolutely same. Yeah, yeah, for sure. All right, you guys, that's gonna do it for us. Obviously tune in. Um, these audio episodes go up on Wednesdays, and then the
Wednesdays,
video goes up on Friday.
Fridays.
And then for our standard weekly episodes of the show, those go up on Mondays, and the
Mhm.
video goes up on Wednesdays. stay tuned. We got a lot more stuff coming up. It is May, so we're getting closer and closer to game season. Again, just a reminder, the Xbox show is Sunday, June 7th. Summer Game Fest is Friday, June 5th. We don't know about the PlayStation show or the Nintendo show yet, but we will be covering all of those.
Yep.
Stay tuned here. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, Pause Menu Society. You guys know what it is. We're out of here. Peace out.
Bye.